Hello. Well, let's see. Boring Bob. Yes, Boring Bob. Okay. Okay, here I am. Hello. Anybody out there? Let's see. Nobody out there? Okay, well, I shall proceed. Okay. Huh. 2 minutes in, nobody's watching. Ouch. Hello? Boring Bob has arrived. It's 1:30 in the morning, Michigan time, or roughly thereabouts. Howdy, howdy. Stoner Bob trying to be boring Bob tonight. Oh, what happened? It went to 0 again. Wow, that's strange. Better to be here, give it a shot. I'm not going to pass this opportunity by. That's right. Dang, where to go? It's over there somewhere. Indeed. Oh, it's making noise. Let's see what this one's got going on. Well, no. Ain't that special? I think that's just exceptional. And that one's making noise now. 4 minutes into this. Da, 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 da. Bum, 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 bum. Hello, stoners. Hello, stonerettes. And stoner dudes, 420 right there. 4 minutes and 20 seconds into this. Yes. I don't know what that is. Dun, 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 dun. Ba-da-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da. Dun, 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 dun. Hey, that thing's finally kicking to life. Okay. It's not enough numbers. One more. Okay. Okay, it doesn't have a lot of battery left on it. Yep. Okay, so. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. What I got going on tonight, guys, is this. Zynga Poker. And I'm sure that that's nice and boring. That's just the way it is. Winning on an average of about 1 in 17 hands. That's if there's only 4 people at the table with you. That's been my experience. It's about 1 in 17 is your real average. And I got about 16 billion chips. But I got about 12% of batteries. So chances are it's not going to last very long. Daily challenge. What kind of daily challenge is it going to give me? Is it going to keep me on the cusp of entertainment? I don't know. We shall see. Okay. Boring Bob at your service. Okay. So what I'm going to do is select a table. That would be you, game. Ding. And it should deal me in here pretty soon. Now, mind you, I'm not the pro at this. I'm just here to help. And while I'm here to help, I'm going to waste time playing Texas Hold'em and talk to people. Aw, why didn't you stay? Okay, one person in chat. William. Hi, William. All right. 2 people in chat. Because my phone says, this phone here up here, ding, says 1 right about where my finger's at. And so, dang. I'm going to play Hold'em tables, minimum buy-in 100 million. Why not pretend I'm a multi-millionaire, 100 billionaire, couple of billion. I got 14 billion or 15, 16 billion, something like that in this game. It ain't real money, so it ain't like it really matters. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna wait till I'm officially at the table. I'm gonna tell you what I'm doing, and I'd like advice. Let's see. I'm going to start with about, 300 million. Okay, I'm going to buy into the game. Oh, by the way, they gave me a new watch. I don't know why. I keep playing the game. They keep giving me new watches on here. Like, this pretend watch on this account matters. Okay. Pair of 9s. Some hairbag already bet 30, so I put 25 with my nickel I already had out there. And here we go. We're on that merry-go-round. How much is he going to bet this time? 55. Yay. I'm so delighted when people just show off like, this is so real. He disappeared. What happened? Oh no, he folded. Different words, he lost. Who went all in against Stoner Bob? It didn't have a chance. Of course, now I got a 5-8 hearts. Got a 5 on the table. The 3 just dealt with an ace and a king going against me. 6. So 5 is what I got, and 6 beat me. That's okay. Like I said, I'm kind of getting used to getting beat at this game. I am not good at poker. I'm pretty good at making food. I enjoy making food.
Dude, that is off the hook.
Yeah, that shit was
What you're
good, wasn't
saying
it?
from Tobin right there. You think about
That was.
that?
I just met that guy the other night on a stream. Um, yeah, I was gonna say this is really good. Is this a cover? Is this karaoke or what?
No, no, he just released this.
He
It's
wrote this
crazy.
and he wrote this
Yeah,
and produced it and he played the music and everything.
yeah.
Oh, finish it. Go ahead, finish it. Don't let me interrupt, man. If you don't mind, let's hear the
All
rest of it.
right. Yeah, yeah.
That shit was so hard. That shit went so hard.
He just makes badass shit. He produced that all himself, so
That
that's
that one,
amazing.
I I had no idea. That was really good. That was really good. I'm actually gonna listen to that song again. That's how good it was. you know,
Yeah, yeah. Link
I'm gonna.
should be down there. I'll pin it to the top
Yeah,
so
I'm
we can
definitely
hear
gonna
that.
find that. I'm definitely gonna find that. And yeah, shout out to what's his name, Templeton.
Tobin Templeman, yeah.
Templeton. Yeah, that shit went hard for real. What's up with you,
How
man?
you
How you
doing
been?
tonight, brother?
I'm good, man. I just
Uh,
came to check on you. What's up with you, man? I hadn't talked to you in a while.
I've had some strange days, man. Strange days. I
Go
just got
on.
out of rehab.
Okay, go on. Go on. Tell me more.
I was in rehab for a couple months, and then so now I'm out of rehab, and then I met up with some people over there. Um, we were hanging out. Just doing our little thing, and then so we made some plans, and it didn't exactly work out. I've had to move my stuff or whatever. I gotta relocate right now. So that's what I'm doing right now. Well, at the moment I'm just sitting here at work, biding my time, but that's the goal here.
Okay. Okay. You got a little crackling noise in the background. I don't know if it's.
Oh no, that's
Yeah.
horrible. I'm sorry.
No, it's not that bad. It's really not that bad. I just didn't know if it was something you were moving the mic or maybe you could refresh it. It's really not that bad though. Don't worry about it.
I'll give it a
But
shot.
okay, yeah, no worries, no worries. But okay, so rehab, you were in there for what? Two? You said 2 or 3 months. How long was it?
Yeah, man. About I was in there for about 2 months.
Nice.
Six, a little over 67 days,
Wow.
and then yeah, I came out. I was doing all right. I got about 6 days out, and I had a little bit of a slip,
Okay.
and then I got back into it, and I just got into it with these people, man, that I met in there, man, and so like they were all checking out, and I was like, kind of like going from place to place, checking in on them and stuff, and then you know I basically put myself in a position where now I'm moving out of the house and stuff like that, right? Cause I have my own drama happening, and then this chick like freak, well, was she like whatever, she had her thing, I had my thing, and so it didn't work out, right?
Okay.
So I got to move twice in like 2 weeks. That's the whole point of the story. I'm just
Oh,
dragging
okay.
that on,
No, I get it. I get it. So you came out, you were doing good, and you were crashing with some friends, right? Yeah, like
Yeah, yeah.
was it just an apartment or like a halfway house or something or what?
No, it's actually a really nice house. This chick owns it like independently or whatever. There's
Mhm.
a group of us that were in rehab together,
Right.
We're all staying there.
Yeah, my brother has done rehab a few times, and he wouldn't mind me saying that. And he always makes contacts when he's fresh out. He's always talking about hanging out with his contacts, and then it seems like it kind of like fades and dissolves, over time. It seems like it has. Some of them get back on whatever they were doing, and some just go their separate ways, and um, so anyway, so it didn't work out there, and so you moved in to this other place with this chick you're talking to, or just a friend of yours, or what?
Yeah, no, it's it was just this group of us from rehab, right? Like staying at this house.
Mhm.
Um, so there wasn't like any like romance involved or anything like
Oh,
that.
I got
We
you.
were just
Oh,
all
okay.
just friends or whatever. But yeah, it happened to be a female who owns a house. And then the two of us were staying there, me and another girl, and then um, basically the way it panned out was she was like, "Oh, well, you move your stuff in here and stay here for like a month or two." I was like, while you get your stuff together and save up money. And I was like, "Okay, that sounds good." And so I get all my stuff, moved over there essentially. Like I was, going to literally take the last load of stuff and she comes back texting through another person, right? Through like a third party
Mhm.
saying, "Oh, I don't think this is working out," and blah blah blah. I don't know how to tell him. And so I see the text through this other person, and I'm like, "Oh, okay." So that was the way I reacted to it. I was like, "Okay, well, we can talk about this tonight." And I go over there, and she went to the bedroom. So I was like, "You know what? Whatever. I'll just have my stuff out, in a week or whatever."
So-
So that was pretty much the last thing and then we've texted a couple times after that, but I haven't seen her since then or anything like that.
Well, so okay, so all right, so that sounds kind of awkward, but I guess at the same time, she doesn't necessarily owe you anything, but like at the same time, it would be nice to know what did you show your ass somehow? Like, were you on your best behavior, or what happened?
Well, yeah, that's what I thought. I mean, I was doing really good over there. Of
Right,
course, as soon as the whole thing came down, like I was off and running. I was like, f y'all, and blah blah blah. You know, uh, you know, went out and went on a little binge. I was like, yeah, that's fine. Give me an excuse right now.
sure.
So I did that. But I was honest about it. I was like, well, fuck y'all, I'm drinking. Because
Okay,
I was, like up until this point, like I've been the good one, like knock on, whatever, substances and shit like that. And sure, there's some wood right here. And so I was doing really good, and then this all came down, and it just totally set me off. And good morning, Christian Carpenter, spooky bit here. Um, so yeah, that was kind of like my last week in a nutshell. I was just like, okay, like set myself up for disaster. I was like, boom, boom, and you couldn't plan this shit out more perfectly. Like, how can you like throw a wrench in your own bicycle spokes, and just like.
yeah, I guess it's hard to see that coming, right?
It's like something out of a terrible movie is what it is. I mean, it should be plainly obvious. That's what's so bad about it. I walked into that, structure fire.
Yep, and then I guess one day soon you'll be walking out, is what it sounds like. But when you leaving?
Oh, I don't know. I guess, she's not hassling me. I'm leaving any time now. I mean, I'm just basically I had to go to the emergency room the other night. They pumped me full of fluids, and they were like, "Yeah, you really need to eat more." I was like, "Okay, that's cool." And so I've been trying to do that, and I'm better now. I was bedridden for a couple days, and then so yeah, yeah, it's like base level right now. Like, what do how do I proceed? Well, okay, I've still got work and all of this good stuff, so just have to hold my head up high, go over there and fetch my belongings, and you know, gonna try and just proceed, just right back where I started from.
Got you. I got you, man. That's tough. So yeah, so like when you went to rehab, you somehow were able to keep your job. They were cool about that.
Yeah, well, in California, it's a medical thing. So I was just, I was gone, for, a medical reason for a little while. I collected some disability money, which it was, it was like a full-time job trying to get that disability money. You really got to work for it. And then, yeah, they have to give you your job back provided you're, competent to do the duties or whatever, that you're like originally assigned to. Or like, if there's like reasonable accommodations, there's, special exceptions, like you'd have your guide dog or something. I don't know, wheelchair access, depending on what your accommodation is, right? Um, so that's all like Americans with disabilities and all that good stuff. So
Well,
yeah,
so
it's basically like if you were to like go in for a surgery, like it's the same thing. Hey, what's up, Tog? Good to see you. Good morning. It is morning here. Uh, yeah, yeah. It's like if you were to go in to get like a knee surgery or something like that, it's the same deal. Like they let you out, and then they have to give you the same or a similar job to the one that you had, uh, provided that you can still like do the job.
I got you. I got you. So and I hate to ask, but do you have a new plan? What's the new plan? Where you gonna stay?
Oh no, I mean I went right back to my old place. I just don't have my stuff anymore. Because I kind of moved all my stuff out in a hurry. So I was able to go to the same place I was staying at. They didn't even want me to leave. So it was, luckily I didn't end up, completely out on my butt, but it was just this totally unnecessary like shocker. It's like, oh, move all my stuff. No, oh
Yeah,
no, no, move all your stuff back. Like it's just it's a freaking head trip. But hey, I've got two new guitars now. I've been trying to write some new material, so I've got like a couple new songs in the pipe. I think. Um, we got an offer to be on a compilation. We missed the deadline for that one because that was last week. But we're trying to record a new single up in Sacramento here, so hopefully doing that. Because I usually do like several, like two or three a year or something like that. Because we haven't been on one of those in a while. The last time we got a bunch of good publicity out of it. So,
so
and then
you did some writing when you were in rehab? Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
what? Just now?
No, was you did some writing when you were in rehab, like, or you wrote these songs there, or wrote them when you came out, or what? You said you got some.
I wrote a couple while I was in there, and I started one that before I went in, that I finished after I came out, and I've written like three or four since I've been out now. Like
Nice.
they're 99% or whatever. Like they just haven't been recorded or anything.
What's your
So yeah, it's like,
Go ahead.
huh?
Go ahead. I was just going to ask about your process. Were you ink and paper type of guy or what?
Yeah, usually I start with like a verse or whatever, something like that, and then I'll just come up with a beat and a hook, and I can play that. I can play drum and bass and stuff like that, so I'll come up with that pretty easily. And then I like to keep, like depending on the structure of the song, but a lot of it, pretty short and to the point. So I'll do usually 2.5 minutes is like my standard song, and
Gotcha.
yeah, I like to bend the rules a lot. And a lot of experimental stuff too. So especially with my band now, I like to be collaborative with the artists that I work with.
I got you.
You play music too, right?
No, I barely play the radio.
Yeah. It's barely the radio.
I have no talents like that. I'm jealous. That's why I'm asking about the process and stuff. Like I have this one friend. He's in a band, and he told me one day I ran into him, and he was like, "Yeah, I had a crazy dream last night, and I wrote a song in my sleep, pretty much. Like he woke up from his dream and wrote it all down, and it turned out to be a country song. And he doesn't sing country, so he gave it to a friend of his. I was like, dude, I couldn't write a country song like when I was awake, and you're writing it in your sleep. Jesus Christ, doesn't seem fair. That's how much talent this guy's got.
Oh man, yeah, those like standard like a 12 bar E blues or something like that. Like that one gets you like just people, falling all over themselves. Like that was one of the go-tos when I was in like rehab, and I just started playing like this like and start doing that little riff right there. And then it'd be like typical, either somebody would join on the other guitar or somebody would like start, like singing some hymn or something like that. And you'd be like, oh, this must be the thing I've ever heard. And like that's like the first run you learn if you're learning like bass guitar is like, like 12 bar, 8 bar blues run or whatever. Like um but it's like a useful pattern. It's fun. But yeah, it's one of those people's it grabs people's attention, I guess.
What was the worst thing about rehab?
The worst thing, I don't know. I mean, for me, I had to share a room the whole time, and I was broke for most of it, so that sucked.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, having to share rooms with several different people, it wasn't like the same person consistently. Um, yeah, that was interesting. I mean, you got, separate showers and all of that, but you had to figure out how to sleep with another person.
yeah, no,
Um, yeah,
yeah,
in pretty confined space, like a motel room, basically.
yeah. See, I'm used to sleeping by myself and stuff like that. That would definitely be trouble for me for sure.
Yeah, I had an arrangement with my first roommate. I was able to run the fan at night, and so we didn't have too many issues about that. And then after they moved out, I moved in with another person, and they were like, "No, you can't run the fan at night." I was like, "Okay, well, technically, you can't actually tell me not to run the fan at night. Like this is my side of the room." But I wasn't gonna argue with them about it. So, so I just turned the fan off because that's the type of person I am. I'm not gonna argue with them about it. But anyway, um, and so we got into all of that. Um, and then after that, we had another guy who moved in down the hall from us, and so he was so obnoxious that my roommate, who didn't like having the fan running, started turning on the fan in the laundry room uh, to try and drown out the sound of the other guy down the hall. So that was kind of the situation when I left. But overall, it was pretty good. Like I thought it was. It was very positive vibes all around. Like when I first got there, I was scared as shit, and then of course, I had like half a mental breakdown. Of course, I was already like tripping out before that, right? Because that was why I went. Well, initially I went into detox, and they were like, "Well, yeah, like you might be all right if you sober up for 10 days, but maybe you should go down to this, rehab and stay for a little while."
And you
I was
didn't
like,
find
you
it?
know what? That sounds like a really good idea.
Oh, great.
We're
Yeah.
gonna reprogram your brain.
Yeah. Because some people will fight that in that instance, and not everyone gets that opportunity. So that's great. That's great that you took it.
Yeah, well, I'm 35, man. I've never been into one of these spaces. Like, I would have resisted it all the way, but I'm like, well, I guess I just let myself get talked into it because I think I haven't suffered that many like repercussions for my actions, so I was ended up just doing stupid shit, just waiting to get caught. So I was like, hey, might as well just put myself in jail more or less. But I did it for a little while, and then I was thinking, like, I think I've gone like as far as I can with this thing. And then I get out here, and it's like, yeah, oh yeah, shit gets real.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Christian Carpenter can't sleep without a fan on. I know. I still sleep with a fan on in my room at night. I've got a fan on. Well, there's a space heater right now, but I have to be outside with the door open. It's part of my job description.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
And as always, contribute to the Trusty Monkey Hedge Fund. It's in the links provided somewhere around these parts. They might be in the channel description. Not sure. Me. Where's the time going? I think I might have to go.
Sorry about that.
No problem.
All right, what's the topics that we're talking about?
I don't really have any topics.
No, me neither. That's a problem.
Mainly, I've been killing time. Killing time over here. don't even know if my microphone's working at this point. Can you hear me?
Yeah, man. I can hear you.
Oh.
I can definitely hear you. Sure. So, what else you been doing? You've been working. You've been writing music. How else you been filling your time?
I gotta do this other song with Halsey.
Okay.
Halsey sent me the tracks, man. I'm gonna do some guitar tracks, man. I just have to figure out how to record again because I haven't done this in like a long time. It feels like it's been a long time. It really hasn't been that long, but just it's one of those
Oh,
things.
yeah, you'll pick it back up. I'm sure it's like riding a bicycle, dude. If you're like me, it's the hardest part is getting started. And once you get started, you know, it's not so bad. That's how I am about everything. I've been watching a lot of True Detective, on HBO. You know that show I'm talking about.
That's a good show. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's a good
the
show. Yeah, yeah.
first season,
I like that one.
the, the first season was amazing, right? With Matthew McConaughey and Woody Harrelson. Jill, what's up, dude?
Yeah, that one was the best.
That was the
Exactly.
best one. The second
Happened to Jill.
season, yeah, like because to those that don't know out there, like it changes, the story and the cast every season. The second season I thought was horrible. I didn't even finish it. It was bad. It was really bad. It was on it like Vince Vaughn and Colin. Um, what's his name? Oh, not Colin Farrell. Oh, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It was terrible. I didn't like season two. Season three was all right. Season three was better, and then they're in the middle of season four right now with like Jodie Foster. I guess you haven't been watching any of that.
No,
Eight,
I haven't seen anything new.
yeah,
It's been quite a while. Um, I mean, I know I saw the first two, but I don't know if
the
I
first.
saw three or four. Might have seen
Oh,
three.
okay. Oh, okay, yeah. Season one was the best, don't you think? Don't you think so? Abe? I mean, out of one and two. Anyway, season four is the release. Like they're like 5 episodes in to like this. They're only doing 6 episodes in this season. Usually they'll do like eight. I think the first one was 8, if I'm not mistaken. Anyway, they're doing 6, and it's got Jodie Foster, and some people don't like it. The critics have been kind of harsh on it, but I've been watching it. I've been liking it. Um, it's got Jodie Foster and who else? I think that's really the only big name. They're supposed to be in Alaska. It's supposed to be taking place in Alaska, and they're actually filming in Iceland. But anyway, it's I'm hooked on it. They got one. The last episode is coming out on Sunday, so Sunday you could binge them all.
Sounds amazing, man.
Well, yeah,
I love
it's some
stuff
some
like that.
yeah. If you like season one, you might like it. I don't know. I don't watch a lot of shows. I haven't watched a show since. I mean, I can't even remember the last show I watched. So it's been fun to have a show. Something to look forward to. Sundays at 9 o'clock. That sort of thing.
Yeah, I like the unpredictability of things. Like, how sometimes you just don't know where you're gonna sleep tomorrow. I mean, it can make life more interesting, right?
Yeah, yeah. Interesting is one way of putting it. Yeah, go on.
Or maybe, you know, sometimes it's the certainty of knowing that you're going to be staying in the same place another year. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Another
yeah,
year.
yeah. You saying you don't have that? You don't. You're the place where your staying is unreliable for another year.
No, I feel really good about it actually.
Okay, good.
I think I could stay there.
See, I was recently in a position to be able to move around once every month. I kind of got stir crazy, and I would just change places that I lived every month, and just lived out of a backpack for like a year. Sometimes I would change countries.
I think that sounds like a really good idea. It seems like something that I would like to do in theory.
Sure, sure. Yeah. Mm. You've thought about it. You've given it thought. That sort of lifestyle. You
Well, yeah, I mean, initially, before I lost all the stuff I had in storage a couple years ago, what I was gonna do was get one of those year passes on Amtrak and then just cash out, quit my job, leave my stuff in storage, and then go out on the Amtrak with like a bag and an acoustic guitar, and that was my plan.
ooh,
But I got sidetracked on a totally different side mission. Me and my friend got COVID. Um, he ended up dying. A bunch of other stuff happened, but and I lost my storage unit. So that happened. I kind of bailed the rest of my stuff out of the place I was staying at, and ended up relocating. So like everything just instead of me quitting my job, I basically well, I still kind of quit my job, but it's one of those voluntary things, whatever they call it, so they don't fire you. Um, so they were nice about the whole ordeal and everything, but it just didn't work out so well for me in the long run. So yeah, I had to do that, and so I didn't get the whole Amtrak pass. That was my only hang up. It's only like $500. It's not that much.
no, you could raise that. It'd be worth it
So
too.
I think yeah, I don't really have a whole lot going on in the ways of I could even just take a leave of absence or whatever, vacation time, just go exploring for a little bit. But I would have to get rid of some stuff.
Oh, definitely. Oh,
That would be
definitely.
an issue.
Yeah, yeah. But sometimes less is more. I got rid of all kinds of shit before I left the country, and then I just ended up, like I said, with just a backpack and a fucking moped, and then I had to get rid of the moped and the surfboard, and that was it. I could be at the airport tomorrow, like with my bags ready to go. And there's a freedom there. It
Yeah,
feels
that
good.
sounds amazing to me.
Yeah, it does. I had to get rid of all kinds of stuff. I either sold it, pawned it, gave it away, threw it away, just stored some shit with relatives, friends, in a closet, like an extra closet, and yeah, just got rid of that shit.
Yeah, I mean, I want to keep my musical equipment and stuff like that. You know, I've got a bunch of guitars now. I've got a couple drum sets. You know, I feel like keeping good equipment in the family is cool. You know, but a lot of other stuff, I could definitely do away with. I mean, got some clever furniture or whatever, but it's not that great. I lost most of my good books, so I've got some okay ones now. But I was very disappointed when I lost my last collection. So, but yeah, like it's not stuff that's like irreplaceable, except the instruments. I think the instruments have, especially one I've had like almost 20 years or something. Definitely want to keep those around.
Sandy has a question for you in the chat there.
Oh, well, I don't have anything tying me to the West Coast other than my job right now. It's just kind of where I'm stationed, but I would like to do some traveling. Hey, Silverwolf, good to see you. Yeah, I might.
Yeah, do it, man. Travel as much as you can. That's my advice.
Yeah, I really haven't seen too much of the states. Seen a few of them. See, I've been to Sterling's gone. Seen Arkansas, Arizona, Alaska, Texas. Apparently, I've been to New York and New Jersey, but I don't remember them. Uh, Nevada. Did I already say Nevada? It's alright, I wasn't gonna stay too much longer anyway. Can't do much more now, not in this damn frame of existence. But look, I think, the end of the day, I think everything gonna be just fine, eventually. Eventually everything gotta be fine. Gotta be fine one way or another. Here nor there. Somehow, some way. What, what is this? You taught me that. Again.